Hi, I'm Steve Rodgers. This is Marci Rodgers, my better half, and we've been members of the church since 1979. We moved here when I got out of law school, and Marci had graduated from Tech in Parks and Recreation. And Marci had grown up Catholic, I'd grown up Baptist, so we were looking around at all kinds of different churches when we moved to College Station. And First Baptist Church was, of course, one of the churches that we looked at. And we'd looked at some other places, but when we got to First Baptist Church, I can remember it was August of 1979, and it was hot, hot, hot. College Station used to be really hot, and it still is, I know. But we got here, and that day the air conditioner had gone out. And Malcolm Bain was our pastor, and he was preaching a good warm sermon. And there was another man in a short-sleeved white shirt with a black tie and slacks, and he was running around. We saw him all over the place all of the time, and he was dressed very nicely, but he had screwdrivers and pliers and all kinds of tools sticking out of every pocket on his shirt. Well, it turned out that was his associate pastor, David Rowland. And one of David's thousands of jobs was to get the air conditioner working again when something went wrong with it. And we left that church that day, and I thought, that's a church that I want to be a member of. When the ministers are working that hard, then we'd like to be a part of that. And we joined, and we've been members ever since then. And I would say we've stayed members in large part because of it. It's kind of like our family.
I think the story that I would want remembered, Malcolm Bain, of course, was just wonderful. As Steve mentioned, I was raised Catholic, and Malcolm was taking a group to the Holy Land. And I had just gone to a Bible study, and I thought, I'm going to go to the Holy Land. And this was in the 90s, I think, late 90s. And I went by myself with the tour group and absolutely loved it and wished I'd been baptized over there in the Jordan River. But my most memorable thing is that Malcolm baptized me here in College Station at First Baptist Church, College Station. So that's a memory I'll cherish forever. He was, I can't even remember the year. I can't remember the year.
1995.
Okay, 95. But anyway, that was memorable, great experience, and just Malcolm meant so much, and this church means so much to both of us, and we have both said we don't know how people get along without a church family, because as you go through life and things happen and celebrations happen, birth of your children, graduation, marriages, I just don't know how you'd get along without a church family, and we've got one great one here.
You know, that reminds me of one other thing that I would share is that we've said a lot about Malcolm. Well, when Malcolm retired, we had to go locate a new pastor to find out who God was going to deliver to us. I got asked to be on the pastor search committee, which kind of surprised me. Then I got asked to chair the pastor search committee, which even surprised me more. But at that time, we located Rodney McLaughlin, and Rodney came in here and followed up on Malcolm's teaching and legacies with sound doctrine. And then Rodney retired and moved to Brownwood, and we had to have another pastor search committee. And lo and behold, I got asked to be on that one. And we had just about run out of resumes. It was at the end of the time, and this resume came in completely unsolicited from somebody named Troy Allen. And we interviewed Troy, and it was like, thank you, Lord, because he was the one that God had selected for us and brought to us. And it was so out of the blue, it was no other place it could have come from but from Proverbs 3, verses 5 and 6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, lean not on your own understanding, acknowledge Him in all your ways, He'll direct your path. So we look down at the path that the church is on now. It's a good feeling to know that God directed us here.